Hi there. Welcome to another daily video of the wonderful word. And today we're going to discuss unisex bathrooms. I I'm at a miss. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Um, Whoever came up with this idea of unisex bathrooms, I guess they were looking for kudos or rewards or some type of equality. You know, I guess the women's lib movement or whatever must have got up there, and why can't we go to the same bathroom as men go to? And I think about that, and everything. So we're gonna explore the good and the bad of unisex bathrooms. Yeah. Next time, the next blog or the next video will be about transgender bathrooms. We'll get into that later. Anyway, unisex bathrooms, to me, I think each individual. I mean, maybe this is fascist, or maybe this is not politically correct, as people say. But I look at it this way. I believe things are fine the way they are. I mean, why do we have to have women and men in the same bathroom? I mean, have you seen public toilets lately? People, this is what I've observed. People who go out to restaurants treat restaurants different from the way they treat their home. Okay, let's just cover a few small tips. Okay, like they put cigarettes in the coffee cup, lipstick on the coffee cup, lipstick on the drinking glass. They put cigarettes out in the plates. And the restroom, oh God, the way they treat restrooms at restaurants, no wonder they have to clean them every hour on the hour. They leave big piles of feces in the toilet, and they leave urine in the toilet. They don't flush it. See, they have some restrooms now that have those infrared eyes, the infrared light, and when you step away from the urinal, it flushes. That way, you don't have to use your brain to remember to flush it. Okay, now unisex bathrooms to me are it's actually a form of invasion of privacy. If you want to know, I mean that's just my opinion. Say for instance, a man is in a restroom doing his business. Number two, right? That's a nice way of saying it. I told you I'm not gonna curse, but all of a sudden, a woman walks in, sits down in the toilet next to him, and does her business. How embarrassing that would be. I mean, and then, people always want to have a bathroom conversation because they're nervous, because they're doing nature's thing, but they want to talk. Why? I don't know. But excuse me. the thing is, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, this woman gets up there. She don't see the hairy legs in the stall next to her. So she goes, well, hi, how are you today? How's things going with you? Everything, coming out all right? And then she expects, a woman's voice. And all of a sudden, no, everything ain't coming out all right. Oh, my God, and she screams. And, somebody hears it. I look at it this way. Unisex bathrooms, I think I'm looking at it the wrong way. They don't use them at the same time. The bathroom doesn't have a gender preference. It has a woman figure and a man figure on the circle, that way, but see, this, men, for yourself. Y'all know this. We ain't very, we're not as clean as women. And, I'm not sticking up for women. I just, there are some women who use the restroom who aren't, very dainty and neat and clean and everything, and stuff. You'd be surprised. See, if they had cameras in the restroom, just strictly for scientific purposes alone now, not, for the deviants and the perverts, and you could monitor the restroom. You cut out when they're doing their business. You skip that. You edit that. And then when they get finished, if it's an automatic flush, well, then you don't have to worry about it. It's going to flush. But do they wash their hands? Now, if they had sort of like a indicator, an electronic indicator, everybody that washed their hands, it would register. And by the end of the day, okay, maybe 1,000 people have used that restroom. All right. And it's an automatic indicator that tells you how many people have used that restroom. And you'll say, okay, 500 out of 1,000 wash their hands. Ooh, and in restaurants, the employees, when they use the restroom, they have a sign in there, that says all employees must wash their hands before returning to work. There's a lot of them that don't. They used to have a show called Busted on the Job, and you'd be surprised some of the junk that they showed. They showed people urinating in the coffee pot and urinating in the boss's chair and sitting their bare butt on the copy machine and having sex in the coat room and having sex in the boss's office and there was a lot of sexual harassment lawsuits in the olden days, back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. It wasn't until we got to the 90s that, the sexual harassment stopped. If a person wanted to get ahead in the business world, sometimes they had to give head, Now, I mean, you that goes both ways. All right, so unisex bathrooms are probably a good idea. You know, that cuts down on the bills. You know, having two bathrooms, you know, and stuff, one for the males and one for the females, and such as that. And we're gonna have, like I said, in future videos and stuff like that and everything, we're gonna have different topics and discussions and stuff like that that I'm gonna share with you, and we'll do this, you know, and everything. So we're gonna post this and stuff like that, and see how it turns out. But maybe, you know, maybe I'll start a what do you call it, agree or disagree. All right. In this particular unisex bathrooms, I disagree. That's what I'm gonna